Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome to my game week 6 predictions for the Premier League. Obviously we've just had the midweek fixtures and now we're back to the weekend games. We've got a few big games, so yeah, make sure to smash a like, subscribe. Let's get into this video. Okay then, so the first game comes from Goodison Park. It is the Merseyside derby. It's Everton against Liverpool. It's a massive game, and what a game as well to kick off the weekend in the Premier League. But yeah, obviously yesterday was deadline day. Liverpool have signed Arthur Melo on loan from Juventus, and Everton have re-signed Adrisha Garner-Gay from PSG, and they've also bought in James Garner from Manchester United. And speaking about James Garner, he's buzzing to be at Everton because he really likes Frank Lampard and he thinks he will get a lot of game time. But I'm not sure if he'll be involved tomorrow because he only signed yesterday and the game's tomorrow. But yeah, obviously last time the two teams played each other at Goodison Park, it was a 4-1 away win for Liverpool. And it was on the midweek, and Everton got booed off at full time. I remember watching the game. But last time they played, I think on a Saturday. Last time I think they played on a Saturday, it was a 12:30 kickoff. It was a 2-2 draw between Everton and Liverpool. But yeah, obviously Everton last time they beat Liverpool. It was quite recently actually. And it was the 20th of February of last year where Everton won 2-0. And that was Everton's first win over Liverpool since 1999, I think. But in the last two meetings, it has gone Liverpool's way. But to be honest, I think Everton will be up for it. You know, the players they've signed in the window, you know, Connor Cody, Tarkowski, Amadou Onana. And yeah, I think it'll be a good game. And I think the crowd, you know, because every time Everton play, they always wait outside the ground, waiting for the Everton team to come in. They got flares and everything. And the atmosphere at Goodison Park, I think on the Merseyside derby, this is in my opinion, I think the atmosphere at Goodison Park is way better than the atmosphere at Anfield on the Merseyside derby. That's just my opinion. And yeah. But anyway, my prediction, I think it's going to be a 2-0 away win for Liverpool. I just think Liverpool are too strong for Everton, but I'm sure Everton will get the crowd back in. I'm sure they'll do well, but I think Liverpool will get a win 2-0. Okay, then so the next game comes from London. It is Brentford against Leeds United, and very fun times at the G-Tech Community Stadium for Leeds fans. Obviously, last season they went to Brentford on the last day of the season, and Leeds won, and that got them to stay up in the Premier League. So happy times in Brentford for Leeds. But to be honest, I think this game will be a decent game. I think Brentford, they've done all right in the transfer window. I would say Aaron Hickey, Keane Lewis-Potter, it's all right, I guess. But I think losing Eriksen's a big loss for them. But Leeds, they've done really well in this transfer window. Brendan Aronson, Rasmus Christensen, Tyler Adams, and yesterday they signed that guy who plays for Zurich, and he's in the Italian national team. He played against England. I can't remember what his name is. I think it's Willie Gnetto or something. Gnetto. I don't know. But yeah, I think this will be a really good game, to be honest. I can see Brentford getting something. Obviously, Leeds, they did draw 1-1 against Everton. In my opinion, I don't think Leeds have been that good in the last two games. I watched the game against Brighton. I thought Leeds were atrocious. And against Everton, this Leeds didn't really look that good, to be honest. Everton looked the better team, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm going to say Brentford 2, Leeds United 1. I think Brentford are going to win, in my opinion. Okay, the next game, we've got a London derby at Stamford Bridge. It's Chelsea against West Ham. Now, Chelsea lost to Southampton, and I don't know how, West Ham with a 1-1 draw against my club, Tottenham. And Chelsea, I just don't know what happened. They lost 2-1 to Southampton. Come on, Chelsea. But to be honest, it's quite funny, to be honest. But yeah, obviously not the result that Chelsea wanted. But I'm sure they'll come in. I'm sure they'll be going into this game wanting to win. And also they got the Champions League coming up. I think they're playing on the Tuesday. I'm not sure. I think they're playing on the Wednesday, the same day we're playing. I think they got Dinamo Zagreb away. I'm not sure. But yeah, Chelsea. Chelsea. 2 signings on deadline day. Dennis Zakaria on loan from Juventus, and a Premier League return for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He is back in the Premier League. Obviously, he left Arsenal. I think he got his contract terminated at Arsenal. I think he wanted to go and sign for Barcelona, which he did, but he can't play tomorrow because he was involved in a robbery a few days ago in Spain, and he actually got a broken jaw from the robber. So rivalry aside, prayers go out to Aubameyang. Hope he gets well soon. But yeah, I'm not sure about Dennis Zakaria if he'll be involved in the squad. But West Ham, Lucas Paqueta he came off the bench the other day. Did alright. Didn't really do a lot in my opinion. But yeah, I think this will be a good game. Decent London derby between Chelsea and West Ham. I think West Ham will be up for it. I think they played alright the other day against us. Chelsea, like I said, they weren't that great. Thomas Tuchel wasn't in the best of moods after that result against Southampton. But I think Chelsea will bounce back and win. Prediction is Chelsea 2, West Ham 1, 2-1 to Chelsea. Okay, then so the next game comes from St James's Park. It's Newcastle against Crystal Palace. Now Newcastle lost. They conceded a goal in the 98th minute. Heartbroken. Crystal Palace drawing to Brentford. And let me just start with that Newcastle game. In my opinion, Newcastle absolutely robbed. They got robbed, in my opinion. They got absolutely robbed. And I know Newcastle literally were going down every few seconds. But still, I don't think, no way, in a million years, Andre Mariner, 3 minutes added on. Well, originally there was 5 minutes added on. And then the referee added an extra 3 minutes. I disagree with that. I would say there should have been an extra added minute and a half. Not 3 minutes. Not at all. And Liverpool, it's literally, let's end the game when Liverpool score. I feel bad. Newcastle should have, in my opinion, Newcastle probably should have won that game. Apparently they played brilliant. And a brilliant debut as well for Isak as well. And the new signing from Sociedad. Brilliant debut for him. But yeah, Crystal Palace. Speaking about them, Wilfried Zaha, very, very honest in his post-match interview to BT Sport. He said, Palace should have won. He said, we should have won that game. He was very disappointed, Zaha, after the game against Brentford. But to be honest, I think this will be a decent game. Newcastle and Palace are 2 decent teams, I'd say. 2 decent managers as well. Eddie Howe and Patrick Vieira. But yeah, my prediction, for me, I'm going to sit on the fence and go with a 2-2 draw. I think a draw will be a good result for both teams. So yeah, prediction Newcastle 2, Palace 2, 2-2. Okay, and then the next game comes from the City Ground. It is 2 sides that got promoted from the Championship last season. It's Steve Cooper's Nottingham Forest against managerless Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth obviously managed by Gary O'Neill, obviously after they sacked Scott Parker, and they drew 0-0 to Wolves. So they didn't lose, but still, I still think it's an absolute disgrace by Bournemouth, in my opinion. And to be honest, I think Forest are going to win, in my opinion. Forest, I know they got absolutely hammered 6-0 by Man City, but come on, it's Man City, for crying out loud. And they got Robot Man up front. But yeah, I think Forest will win. They've signed a lot of players. I think they signed like 20. I think they signed like 19 or 20, 19 to 21 players. Yesterday they signed. Obviously, they got Willy Bolly from Wolves, which is an alright signing. Josh Bowler from Blackpool, it's an alright signing. They've just, to be honest, Forest, brilliant window. And yeah, obviously, they got money from the board, money from their promotion. So, to be honest, decent window for Forest. Bournemouth, on the other hand, not the best window in my opinion. Marcus Tavernier, like, he ain't going to play, is he? I don't think he's even played yet for Bournemouth. I think he has, though. I'm not sure. But prediction, I'm going to get straight into it. Nottingham Forest 2, Bournemouth 0. Signed 2-0 Forest. Okay, then the next game is another London derby. 2 London derbies this weekend. And it's my club Tottenham as we face Fulham. Now, Fulham, obviously yesterday they were quite busy on deadline day in the transfer window. They've got Dan James on loan from Leeds United. They've got Willian from this Brazilian team, and they signed. Who did they? I swear they signed someone else. I can't remember. They got James, Willian, Carlos Vinicius. That's it. And obviously they got Carlos Vinicius from Benfica. I think Vinicius got his contract terminated by PSV. I'm not sure. Well, Vinicius was on loan at PSV from Benfica. But yeah. We did nothing yesterday in deadline day, but still, I think we've had a very good summer window. We've signed Perisic, Forster, Richarlison, we've got Basuma, we've got, who else have we got? Papa Matassar, we've got Jed Spence, we've got Longley, and we've got Romero on the permanent as well. So, 8 signings this window, I think 8 or 9, one of the two. Decent window, to be honest, but the other day against West Ham, first half we were brilliant, but that second half against West Ham was absolutely crap. It was shit, if I have to be honest. West Ham were all over us in that second half, and if we play like that in the full game against Fulham, Fulham will probably win. And to be honest, I think Fulham will give us a good game. They've done really well in the transfer window. They've started brilliantly in their return to the Prem, and I reckon they'll be up for this. They against Arsenal last week, they gave them a good game. They took the lead for them, and unfortunately they lost. But I'm going to go with the same scoreline as that Arsenal game. Tottenham 2, Fulham 1. And to be honest, I can see Fulham scoring first. But yeah, I think we'll win anyway. 2-1 Spurs. And you stay tuned to the matchday preview and the matchday vlog. I will not be at the game. But yeah, anyway, next game, Wolves versus Southampton. Now, Wolves, they didn't really sign anyone yesterday, but they've let a few players, they let one player go, I think, yesterday. Leander Dendoncker has gone to Villa. We'll speak about Villa in a minute. Southampton, they've signed Duja Kautakar from Marseille. And to be honest, he looks like a really good player. For Marseille in Ligue 1, he was probably one of their best players. But good signing to be honest as well for Southampton. And I think they signed 2 City Academy players as well. But yeah, to be honest, I watched Fogden's video the other day, and I think the problem is about Wolves. They don't score enough goals. They got a brilliant defence. But they just don't score goals. Raul Jimenez isn't his best. And to be honest, Southampton, I just think they'll struggle. Like I said, Wolves have got a really good defence. So my prediction, I'm actually going to go 0-0. I think it'll be all Southampton in my opinion. But I think it's going to be 0-0. Okay then, Saturday night football, Aston Villa against Manchester City. Now Villa, obviously they managed to hold on to Douglas Luiz. It was that close to joining Arsenal. But yeah, obviously Villa managed to hold on to Douglas Luiz. But yeah, Villa, against Arsenal, apparently they weren't that great even though they scored. Apparently it was limbs in the away end at the Emirates. But that's a bird if you wonder what that noise is. But yeah, to be honest, Villa are going to get absolutely smashed. And I think credit to all the Villa fans going because, you know, they're probably never going to get battered. City, though, 6-0 against Forest. 2 hat-tricks in a row for Haaland. And I won't be surprised if Erling Haaland makes it 3 out of 3 because he's an absolute machine right now. City are on fire. And I'm sorry, Villa. I think you're going to get battered. Prediction, Villa 0, City 5. I've said it, 5-0 City. Okay, then, and Super Sunday, the first game, Brighton against Leicester. Now, I did watch the Leicester game, but I'm not going to lie, that Leicester game was absolutely boring. The Leicester game was boring, and I did watch Brighton the other night against Fulham, and Brighton, they just didn't look that well. Fulham were just on top. It was all Fulham in my opinion. Brighton weren't that great. And, you know, Lewis Dunk with the own goal, and that's Brighton's first defeat of the season. And I think Brighton were very bad in my opinion. But Leicester, they've signed this What Fast guy. They've signed What Fast from Reims. I'm not sure if he'll be able to play against Brighton. I think he might be able to play in Leicester's next game, whoever that's against. But yeah, Brighton, I think they'll bounce back though in my opinion. You know, they've obviously signed Billy Gilmore. Decent signing. But yeah, prediction, I think Brighton are going to comfortably win. My prediction is Brighton 3, Leicester 0. I'm going to say a 3-0 home win for Brighton. Okay, then now the final game is a massive game. It is Manchester United against Arsenal. Back in the day, this was 2 teams fighting for the Premier League title. But now they're fighting for, I don't know, bloody Europa League, I guess. But yeah, Manchester United, they're starting to get a winning momentum now. 3 wins on the bounce against Liverpool, Southampton, and last night against Leicester. Arsenal, though, who is going to stop them? They are the only side who have got 15 points out of a possible 15. But could Manchester United be the first side to stop Arsenal this season? To be honest, I am looking forward to this game. You know, I just think it'll be a good game. You know, United have got Anthony. I think he is available to play in this game, which is good to see. But like I said, who is going to stop Arsenal? Who is honestly going to stop them? But you could say Arsenal have had some easy fixtures. If you look at Arsenal's fixtures from game week 1, if you look at their Arsenal's fixtures from game week 1, they've had Palace, Leicester, Bournemouth, Fulham and Villa. That's quite easy. But if you look at the upcoming games, they've got a few tough games, Arsenal. You know, United, then they've got Zurich in the Europa League and now Everton, PSV, Brentford. And yeah, but to be honest, I think United will give Arsenal a good game. But I think one big, massive blow for Arsenal is Aaron Ramsdale. He's out, which is a big, big blow for Arsenal. And that's a massive advantage. And it gives an advantage to Manchester United. But still, Arsenal, their attack looks good. If I really have to be honest, I think this will be a good game in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be a win for Arsenal, but I think it's going to be a draw. So I think they are still going to be unbeaten, but prediction, I'm going to sit on the fence and go Manchester United 2, Arsenal 2. 2-2. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And obviously a few videos coming up. We got Champions League group. Obviously I've got the matchday preview for the Fulham game. I've got the matchday vlog, match reaction and that. And then yeah, the Champions League predictions are back very soon, so stay tuned. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you in the next video. So goodbye.